I know you don't want to get carried away, but I think that's as good as they could have hoped for. Let's just recap it. Leipzig at home, Dortmund away, Club Brugge at home, Atalanta away, Young Boys of Bern at home, Dinamo Zagreb away, Bratislava, Slovan Bratislava home, and a Battle of Britain, Aston Villa away. So I think the great thing about it, Dan, is, well, as we say, first and foremost, it's favourable. I think particularly home tie, if you look at Club Brugge and Bratislava, you've got a good chance. There's a Battle of Britain in there. So it's got a bit of everything. Most importantly for Celtic, it gives them a real chance of progression, I think.
Aye, absolutely. Thomas Burns live on YouTube is written in saying it was like it was handpicked. Villa, really. Aston Villa, Gav, is the one that I can't wait for. Honestly, John McGinn, I imagine, will be sitting at home as well, absolutely buzzing.
Well, that's it. Celtic fan was so close to going to Celtic, of course. Brendan Rodgers was in charge first time around. Unai Emery, Celtic won, was it their first away Champions League group stage game against Spartak Moscow?
You're right.
Certainly he was in charge then, whether that was the first. I think they've only won 2 away games in Champions League group stage.
That was the first one, definitely.
That was definitely the first. You're going to tell me who the second was? I should have known this, but I don't. Anderlecht away, of course. Oh, God, I was there. I was working for the paper that night. I was working for the Daily Record. So, yes, that's the 2. Unai Emery, so maybe that's a good omen. Of course, a good journey as well for the Celtic fans, down to the Midlands. And that's the other thing. I think what you want from the Champions League draw for fans, of course, they want a chance to progress. They get that. I also think you want a bit of freshness. Celtic certainly in recent years, and even Rangers going back to, over the years, they've been lucky to go to some iconic stadiums, the San Siro, the Nou Camp. They've been there on a few occasions, both Rangers and Celtic fans. The Real Madrid was the one that was missing for so long. Callum McGregor, I think, said that was top of his list a couple of years ago. They then managed to tick that box. I think to get you want new destinations there. Club Brugge, I don't think Celtic have played before. They've been to Bratislava, of course, infamously Media Bratislava. So this is still playing a new team, not a new city. Zagreb, I think they played under Ronnie Deila in the Europa League. But Atalanta, Europa League champions, going to a lovely city like Bergamo. And then Dortmund, since we're going all retro this week with Oasis getting the band back together, there's a bit of nostalgia in there because Young Boys of Bern and Borussia Dortmund, who Celtic, of course, fans have close links with, played them both in the early 1990s. So it's a chance to go back there. They've not been there for many years.
We started by saying it was a dream draw for Celtic, really, and I still would maintain that it is. But if you look at those 8 teams again, I mean, as you said, Atalanta are the current Europa League holders.
Yeah.
We know Villa, no mugs. Young Boys just knocked out Galatasaray in the qualifying, and RB Leipzig we know as well. A powerhouse from the Bundesliga. So,
well, of course, Celtic played them a couple of years ago, didn't they? Lost home under Ange Postecoglou.
And they also played them, I think I'm right in saying, in the Europa League.
That's
was
right.
That Red Bull Salzburg? I can't remember.
No, I think you're right. You're right.
So the 8 teams, once again, if you're just joining us, Celtic have been drawn against in the New Look Champions League is Young Boys of Bern, RB Leipzig, Aston Villa, Atalanta, Dinamo Zagreb, Club Brugge, Borussia Dortmund, and Slovan Bratislava.
And of course, Daniel, we know who they will play and where. What we don't know yet is when. I think UEFA will announce on Saturday the dates of the games and the kind of lineup. So I think that will be key. If you look back to last season, Celtic opened their account away to Feyenoord. Am I right in saying that?
Yep.
Lost 2-0. Tricky start. You're behind the 8 ball. They'll be hoping. I mean, if Celtic could start, Slovan Bratislava at home would be the dream start on paper. If not, then Club Brugge. Again, they want a winnable game. Start with a winnable game. get a bit of confidence, because obviously Celtic's away record in the Champions League isn't very good. So you don't want to go away to one of these teams you're losing and you're on the back foot. So it'll be interesting to see on Saturday what the kind of fixture list throws up.
And I know, Gav, you've got it in front of you though, but just to run through it again. So it's Dortmund away, Aston Villa away,
Yes.
and it's Club
Atalanta away, Dinamo Zagreb away, and it's Leipzig, Brugge, Young Boys, and Bratislava at home.
See, to be honest,
I mean, if you take away the Leipzig at home, you know, Celtic would really fancy their chances to win all three of those home games.
No, I agree.
We've got them in the final here.